Hello everybody, it's Starrapter here. Welcome to my spoiler-free review for Marvel's Avengers Infinity War. It's going to be so hard to talk about this movie without giving anything away, but I have to do it because I want you guys to go check this thing out for yourself. So yeah, right off the bat, I highly recommend this movie. So let's get into why I feel that way. So after 10 years of Marvel movies, it's so hard to believe we are getting to this conflict that has been teased to us for years now, and it's that conflict with the Mad Titan himself, Thanos, played by Josh Brolin, and he is out trying to get those Infinity Stones. He is tracking down the last couple ones here, and we have this conflict where the people of Earth, the people out in space, the Guardians, they know about Thanos, who's trying to accumulate these things, and if he gets all these stones, it is bad news for everyone. He could snap his fingers and half of the galaxy will wipe away. So it's up to Earth's mightiest heroes, as well as anybody else like the Guardians, to try to come together, put away their past grievances with one another, and fight off Thanos. And that is the story in a nutshell. Let's get right into the things that I liked about this movie, because there was a lot that I really enjoyed about this movie. First off, this movie shouldn't really work as well as it does. I mean, we have dozens of high profile actors in here, awesome characters, and we have Captain America, we have Iron Man, of course, but then we have the Guardians of the Galaxy who have never come into paths with anybody, like Spider-Man, with Doctor Strange, with War Machine, with T'Challa himself, Black Panther. There's just so much awesomeness here that it's great. And what's really awesome is that every one of these characters stand on their own. They all have like that moment to shine. They all have their own little character arcs for the most part, which I did not expect. I felt like this was going to be just a dumb action movie, and it's a lot more to that. There's a lot more depth to that, and that goes hand in hand with how I felt throughout the movie. This movie, for all intents and purposes, is an emotional roller coaster. I mean, this movie has parts of absolute extreme darkness where I feel like gut-wrenching emotions for certain things that happen in it, but then there's other moments where it's just so funny that I couldn't stop laughing, and I couldn't hear another joke because I was too busy laughing from the previous joke kind of thing. Yeah, that happens a whole awful lot, but the humor is some of the best in any Marvel movies I've seen. I mean, come on, you have Guardians of the Galaxy talking with Thor, so you can just imagine how that kind of thing will go, and that goes throughout the movie. And then we have these other moments where absolute triumph, like you want to jump out of your seat at certain points because something awesome happens, and it's just spectacular. And getting into all of that, I mean, the pacing is great, so never once did I really feel like, oh, there's too much, like, I don't know where we are. Like, they do a great job of explaining what places they're at with the text on the screen, and everything kind of fits together toward the end to this really great climactic battle. So very nice pacing there, and the action is amazing. You have multiple action sequences throughout the film, namely the one you see in the trailers in Wakanda. It reminds me of if Marvel linked up with the Lord of the Rings. It's just that freaking cool, guys. It's so awesome. And backing that all up is the score. It was just epic. The score is just epic, and it's in the background, and it feels like, oh man, it's just so good, and the CGI is absolutely incredible. So we have a villain here, and his entire character is CGI, and that could go awfully wrong considering that there has been instances in the past, especially with Marvel movies, that the villains tend to be kind of weaker, but I think Thanos is one of the strongest villains in the MCU. We actually see a bit into his character to really see what is going on in his mind. You really do get that internal struggle, which I didn't actually expect going into this movie. I thought Thanos would be just that, mustache twirling villain, which is just out to do no good for the most part. And leading off from that into my only negative of the film really is there are certain characters that, you can't really understand what their motivation for doing certain things are. So other than that, that pretty much just sums up how I felt about the movie. And with that being said, I'm going to give Avengers Infinity War a score of a 9.5 out of 10. This movie is incredible. I've seen it in 3D IMAX, which I highly recommend. That's the format you see it in if you have any available near you. That extra big screen is awesome in these action sequences. Again, this is a movie that on paper it works, but you don't think it would actually work getting translated to the screen. But the Russo brothers pull another one off, and this far exceeded my expectations, and I can't wait to see the future of the MCU after this movie. So that is going to do it for my spoiler-free review for Avengers Infinity War. Now let's talk about it, spoiler-free of course, down in that comment section below. What did you think about the movie? If you're new to the channel, welcome. I have plenty of other content that I release on a weekly basis on this channel. I do a lot of Star Wars content, but I do talk about occasional big movies from here and there, so definitely check out the channel. If you haven't already and you like this content, please subscribe to my channel so you never miss another video. My name is Starrapter. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.